This 17 News at Noon podcast is brought to you by Clinica Sierra Vista.
Welcome back to the 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Well, good day. I'm Elena Rusk, and we begin with a crisis overseas that could have ripple effects here at home. Russian troops have launched an assault on Ukraine that brought explosions and fear to the capital and other cities. Ukraine's leadership said at least 40 people have been killed so far in what it called a, quote, full-scale war targeting the country. In a televised address as the attack began last night, Russian President Vladimir Putin warned other countries that any attempt to interfere would, quote, lead to consequences you have never seen in history. Within hours, the Russian military claimed to have destroyed 74 Ukrainian military facilities, including 11 air bases. This morning, President Biden announced a new round of sanctions targeting Russia after its invasion of Ukraine, charging that Putin, quote, chose this war and that his country will bear the consequences of his actions. The sanctions target Russian banks, oligarchs, and high-tech sectors. The penalties fall in line with the White House's insistence that it would look to hit Russia's financial system and Putin's inner circle, while also exposing export controls that would aim to starve Russia's industries and military of U.S. high-tech products. And oil prices are on the rise following Russia's military attack in Ukraine. Overnight, U.S. crude futures jumped by more than 5% to trade at $96.92 per barrel. Brent crude futures were also up by more than 5% at $102 per barrel. That is the first time since 2014 that it has crossed that $100 mark. Natural gas also surged at more than 5%. The rise in oil is just another hit for consumers as inflation continues. Consumers can also expect snarls in the supply chain, with wheat and grain prices going up, meaning you might be paying even more for essentials at the grocery store. Russia and Ukraine together produce more than 25% of the world's wheat exports and nearly 20% of corn exports. Now, to learn more about what this crisis means for us here at home, this morning on Sunrise, we spoke with Dr. Robert English, director at the USC School of International Relations.
How does this affect us here in Kern County? I mean, I know that a lot of people are already concerned about the rising price in oil. A lot of financial experts are concerned about that as well. How is this going to affect us here in our area?
Probably worse than we thought. Just a moment ago, your intro, your lead up to this story noted that the price of Brent crude, light sweet crude, had reached $102 something a barrel. It's now at 105. Just in the last, let's say, hour, it's gone up considerably more. The price of West Texas Intermediate, similarly, not 96 or 98, it's now at 100, right? So the inflationary effects, not just on oil and gas, but follow-on effects for things like construction, heating, manufacturing, that will ripple throughout our economy. Commodities prices up, the stock market down. We'll probably see the tightening of interest rates to try to dampen that inflation, which, as you know, is already very high. So we're going to feel that kind of pain, and apparently accelerating.
All right, now we have an entire section of our website dedicated to this, but we want to switch gears. The other big talker in town, the weather's so chilly.
It was so cold this morning when I came in right around 3 o'clock this morning. I had the heaters on in my seat. I had the heat on full blast, and I'm going to be dealing with that again tomorrow morning as more cold temperatures are going to plague the valley.
All right, thank you so much, Kevin. In your 17 Crime Watch, a pursuit in southwest Bakersfield ended in a fiery crash last night. The chase ended at Real Road and Palm Avenue, where the driver hit a power pole. Bakersfield police say it all started just before 9 when officers tried to stop the driver of a reported stolen vehicle at the off-ramp of the 99 and California Avenue. The driver is said to have led officers the wrong way on the 99, then getting off on California, where he hit a power pole. Power lines came down and the car caught fire. The driver was placed under arrest. No word on injuries. And the BPD is asking for the community's help in identifying 2 men in connection with 2 shootings, one resulting in the death of Errol Scorza last month. In the first crime, the 2 men are believed to be involved in a shooting on November 28th, around 1 o'clock in the afternoon on M Street near 8th Street. Police say a man was shot but survived, and forensic testing in that case linked one of the guns to the killing of Errol Scorza on January 26th, also on M Street, just a block away from that November shooting site. Police Police say similar suspect descriptions were provided in both shooting investigations. One man described as Hispanic and wearing a gray hooded sweatshirt, black shorts, and white shoes, according to police. The other described as a Hispanic wearing a black shirt, blue shorts, and black shoes. If you have information regarding these shootings or the two men, call the BPD at 327-7111, or you can remain anonymous by calling the Current Secret Witness Hotline at 322-4040. And in your 17 court watch, the Inglewood man accused of raping and killing Patricia Alatorre was arraigned this morning on an indictment that takes the place of the previous one filed in his case. This is video from a previous appearance. The superseding indictment filed against Armando Cruz was not immediately available, and it's unclear what changes it contains. He's charged with murder and rape, among other offenses. Alatorre was initially reported as a runaway, but a neighbor's cell phone camera captured her getting into a white pickup on July 1st, 2020. There were conversations on her Instagram account between her and a man insisting she meet him or he would post inappropriate photos of her online. It's alleged Alatorre had met with the man, later identified as Cruz, once previously and agreed to see him a second time after he threatened to leak those photos. Detained days later in Inglewood, Cruz described in detail how he killed the teen, according to court documents. He directed investigators to where he left her cell phone and the construction site where he left her body. Bail was reduced by more than a third for a man accused of racing another driver on Panama Lane and losing control, killing a local woman. Iqbal Singh has pleaded not guilty to murder and other charges in connection with the suspected street racing crash that killed Bianca Flores. This morning, Judge Chad Louis reduced Singh's bail from $650,000 to just under $400,000 on the condition that Singh not operate a vehicle. He's expected to post bail and return home as he awaits his trial. Police say Singh was racing a motorcycle on Panama Lane last month when he lost control and hit a vehicle driven by Flores, age 19, who died at the scene. The motorcyclist sped away, and law firm Rodriguez & Associates is offering a reward of $10,000 for information leading to an arrest of that motorcyclist. Now, anyone with information in this case is asked to call the Secret Witness Hotline. Again, that number 322-4040. Singh due back in court March 20th. No, sorry, March 23rd, that is. All right, a Delano woman convicted of killing her mother will learn today how much time she will serve for that crime. It happened back in July of 2018 when police found Euphrasia Alba Peterson dead on her kitchen floor in the home on Thomas Way in Delano. A bloody metal cane lay near her head, according to court documents. 52-year-old Josie Peterson was arrested and previously pled no contest to first-degree murder in a plea where attorneys agreed that she was insane at the time. Peterson's brother told police she's schizophrenic and may have stopped taking her medication, according to those documents. Her sentencing is scheduled for today, and she could spend the rest of her life confined to a state mental institution. All right, new here at noon, volunteers fanned out across Kern County this morning to count the number of people experiencing homelessness in our communities. The point-in-time homeless count provides a snapshot view of homelessness in Bakersfield and across Kern County. This count provides crucial information about which communities need more resources like homeless services and investments. Last year's count was done a little differently due to COVID concerns, but the study showed last January there were 2,150 people living without permanent housing, both sheltered and unsheltered. 17's Christian Galeno will have more on this story tonight at 5.
Hello, this is Tim Callahan with Clinica Sierra Vista, and we're excited to unveil the Community Health Center of the Future, our comprehensive care center. It's located right across the street from Memorial Hospital. We have every service under one roof, from family medicine, OBGYN care, dental services for adults and children, behavioral health, and much more. So find your way to better care at Clinica Sierra Vista this year at our Comprehensive Care Center. Visit our website, clinicasierravista.org, for the latest on this project. We'll see you soon.
All right, in business news, curbside customers at some Target stores may soon be able to add a Starbucks coffee to their order. Target says its contactless shopping option grew 60% in its most recent quarter, and they say adding a Starbucks order has been a top request from customers. Target has also expanded curbside services in other ways. It's now letting customers pick up alcohol and it has added a shopping partner feature that allows someone else to pick up your order for you. Well, that's convenient. And Target is no longer requiring masks inside its stores. The retailer confirmed to NBC News that the change went into effect yesterday. Shoppers or store employees will not have to wear masks unless it complies with local regulations. In a statement, Target says that it continues to encourage social distancing and disinfection protocols within its locations. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, however, currently recommends wearing masks indoors in areas where transmission rates are high. And now to some local entertainment news. The Fox Theater is bringing some big names to town over the next couple months. Former SNL writer and comedian John Mulaney is performing next week on Tuesday, March 1st. Cell phones will not be allowed during the event, and you will be removed if caught, according to the theater. Tickets are now on sale for that. And country music star Dwight Yoakam returns to Bakersfield this spring. His concert scheduled for Sunday, May 1st, also at the Fox. Yoakam is best known for locally doing his collaboration with Buck Owens on the song Streets of Bakersfield. Tickets go on sale for that tomorrow morning. And musician Don Felder is also coming to the Fox in May. The former singer, songwriter, and guitarist for the Eagles was welcomed into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame back in 1998. Felder had his hand in creating some of the Eagles' biggest hits, including Hotel California and Victim of Love. Felder will perform Sunday, May 15th, and tickets go on sale this morning. For more ticket information on all of these events, head over to KGET.
The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.